Recording. Yes, I started. I hope you all can see my screen. Students, any one of you can confirm? Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Now, as already I have installed Notepad++, that's not a big challenge. Okay, you will open the Google and you will type to download the Notepad++. Okay, Notepad would be there by default in Windows. Okay, but we have to type our programs in Notepad++. Okay, we have to type our program in Notepad++. So for that we have to have Notepad++. Okay, Notepad++ you have to download. Those who are using the PC, can you just download and install Notepad++ now? To download the Notepad++, you have to just open any of the search engine. For example, Google. You can open and you can type Notepad++. You type symbol. Okay, plus symbol is there, no? So that you have to type Notepad++ download. Notepad++ space download on your browser inside the Google. Okay. Notepad++ space download. Okay, I hope you can see the browser. Here in the Google, students, please listen. This is, are you all listening?
Yes, screen.
Ma'am, it's not
Can't you
visible.
see? Can't you see
No,
now?
ma'am.
No,
One
no,
second,
ma'am.
one second. 1 second.
No, ma'am.
I hope now you can see, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Students, please look at, this is the address bar. This is a browser window. And this is the address bar of the browser. Can you see my pointer? My cursor
Yes,
pointer,
ma'am.
can you see? Okay. Now this is the address bar. Inside this browser, in the address bar, I am not going to type anything. In the search engine, which is Google, here I am going to type one second. Notepad++ download. Of course, this is free download only, so you no need to type free download. So in this downloads Notepad, here you have to go and you can press this, the new release. Okay, I have downloaded already. This is very simple step. Just double click on this and you can download. Okay. And after you downloaded, okay, let me give some time to you. Students, are you all doing? Download it.
1 minute, ma'am.
Yes, I'm waiting.
Ma'am, can you tell again?
Simple, in the browser, in the Google search engine, you have to type Notepad++ download. Notepad++ space download. Okay, space means single space you have to leave. You should not type space. Notepad++. Notepad++. Notepad++ space download. So this where I have typed, I typed in Google search engine. Okay, I did not type in address bar. Address bar mein you should not type. Already I said in the address bar, anything if you want to type the appropriate URL you must have known. Okay. So in the search engine you are typing Notepad++ download. If you press enter, you will get to see the screen. In this, the first link, Okay, which is the official site of the Notepad++. Look at here, notepad++.org. Okay. If you click this, there are many releases. Better you download this one by clicking, just double clicking this will be downloaded. Okay, already I downloaded, so I'm not doing that. Okay. One second. This sharing is little.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
We can use any compiler now.
Yes, anything.
Ma'am,
Yes.
does this thing work only in laptop or PC?
In PC, you will not get a notepad. Okay, and you can't execute. Okay, so don't do in mobile. I thought I have to ask how many of you are doing in mobile also. Students, I am your class teacher. Okay, I am your class in charge. My name is Sarojini. Okay, so I have to select the class representative. Okay, I did not select because I did not ask the questions to you because just at least 1 or 2 weeks went, no, I can identify who's very interactive. Okay, so now I don't have idea. Any volunteers now to be as class representative? Okay, we want one rep from boys and one from girls. Any volunteers? One second, some of you raised hands. Ajil George. Okay. Ajil George. Glory. Your name is Glory or
Glory, ma'am.
Glory? Yes. Ajil, your name is Ajil, right? Ajil Renji.
Yes.
Which is your name?
Ma'am.
Ajil, right? Okay. Ajil
Yes,
and
Ajay.
Glory. Some others also raised hand. They are now competition. Now what we can do? Okay. Now just
Vote,
for
ma'am.
time. Sorry.
Vote, ma'am. Vote.
That will take time, students, because you also not knowing about other friends. No. Okay. So you are also not knowing about your friends, and I am also as a teacher, I don't know about all the students. Okay. So, but anyway, we can change later. But as both of the Ajil and Glory, they raise their hands first, so we will appoint both of them. Okay, for the class in charge. Now, Ajil and Glory, after this lecture, you can send the personal message by saying hi to my WhatsApp personal number. Okay, not in group. Okay. So then after that, I can keep touch with you for anything I have to convey to all. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
This is okay.
Yes, ma'am.
1 second. you can hear me clearly, because in between, no, I have connected my earphone through Bluetooth. So in between, if I cannot hear you what you're saying, so I have to turn it off and then I have to on. Okay. So now Ajil and Glory. Okay. Both of you, I am appointing as a class representative. Okay. So now, what is the general work of the class representative? Is you have to, if the others cannot communicate directly to the teacher, they can communicate during the lecture or after the lecture, before starting the lecture. Generally, if you want to ask anything, you can ask, as I am a class teacher. Okay. So you can ask. Okay, it is not like that only through your class representative you can talk with me. ऐसे कुछ नहीं. Okay, so you can talk. But anything, when I'm not taking the lecture, that time anything you want to say, or I have to inform to you when I'm not having lecture. So that time I will inform through this two. Okay, these two students. Okay. All of you, is this okay? All you are agreeing with this? And there are other
Yes,
works
ma'am.
that
Yes,
I
ma'am.
will tell you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Students, you can even create a unofficial group also. Okay.
We have, ma'am.
You created.
Already
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes,
created.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Good. 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 So
Ma'am, when we want to submit LC?
that I will ask to Sudha ma'am and let you know. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. But you keep it ready. It should be attested, right?
Okay, ma'am.
No, I'm asking you. It should be attested, or you were not informed anything about that?
Ma'am, I attested.
Oh, you got attestation. Okay. So I will tell you. Okay. Asking the Sudha ma'am, I will let you know.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now we will go to this. Yeah. We have to continue. I hope my screen is visible to all. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can, after downloaded, easily here, no, in search you can type Notepad++ to open that. Notepad++. Okay. So it's coming here, Notepad++. Just by clicking that, I open Notepad++. Okay. The screen is empty now because already I started to use the Notepad++. This is not the first time. If you get anything, any content after you installed, first time when you're opening the Notepad, if any content is there, you can delete, or otherwise you can keep as it is. You can go to File and click New. Okay, the new editor page will be open. Okay. Okay. Now this we are going to use as a editor to type the HTML program. Okay. So this is Notepad++ is what? Notepad++ is an editor which will be used to type the HTML program. Okay. Now, as I said, we want two things to execute and see the output of HTML. We want one editor to write the program. This is that editor, and we need a browser. Okay, to see the output. Okay. Okay. Now, let me open the Word file also. Students, I have uploaded the this Word file. Okay, your class notes Word file. I have uploaded in Teams. Okay, I have uploaded in our Teams, WP Web Programming Teams, in Files folder. Files, FILES, Files folder. I have shared. Okay. Even some reference books also I have shared. HTML and CSS reference books also I have shared with you. I have uploaded with you. So I have uploaded in the files folder in the web programming Teams. Okay, you can see. Okay. Syllabus of all the subjects you can refer in the SIS ASCS, our college website. Okay. One thing you have to remember, till last year, the web programming was there in the second semester, semester 2. Okay. We had operating system in semester 1. Okay. But operating system was not the subject that the students can study in the first semester. Okay. So thinking of that in mind, the examination and the syllabus framing board, no, they have changed operating system to semester 2, and web programming, which was there in semester 1, now came to, which was there in semester 2, now we brought to semester 1. Okay. So till last year, operating system was there in semester 1. Now, instead of operating system, you have what? Web program. Okay. So why I'm saying this, in the website, I did not check the website recently, but you can go into academics, syllabus, and within that, the course-wise syllabus would be there. You can find BSc Information Technology syllabus. Okay. So in that, you, I don't know, they updated or not. If it is not updated, then web programming syllabus you can see in the semester 2. Okay. But the syllabus content is same only. We did not change it. Okay. So web programming, because when you search, you may wonder what in semester 1 operating system is there. Okay. You don't have operating system. We just shifted. Okay. So you may find the web programming syllabus in semester 2 in your syllabus. Okay. If you could not find out, I am ready to commonly share the syllabus with you. Okay. Okay. So Glory or Ajil, please, through the unofficial group, after asking the unofficial group, let me know that they can see the web programming syllabus in our website or not. If not, then tomorrow I will upload the syllabus in the same location. Files, whatever uploading is happening, no, related to web programming, everything will be there in the web programming channel. Okay, in files folder. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we open the notepad. I hope everybody have opened the notepad plus this. Okay. Now simultaneously I open the notes which we saw also. Are you all seeing this?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the first program I take. Okay. Now I just copied and pasted here. Okay. From where I copied, don't get confused. Here from my Word file, from your notes, I have copied this code and pasted in our editor. Okay. What is the name of our editor? Notepad++. Okay. Okay. I just pasted. Look at here. I did not name the file. It is in name, default name. Okay. So now what I have to do, usually you will type the program here. Okay. You just type the program here. I did not type it because already I showed and explained the program. Okay. So I just copy and paste here. Okay. Okay. Now we have to save the program. Yes, isn't it? We have to save the program. Save the program, you can save by pressing Ctrl S shortcut key, or otherwise, if I do Ctrl S, if I press, you can't see now. See here, this is a save button. There are many ways to save the program. When I click the save button, okay, the save as window got open. Okay, save as window is open. Now here, this is a text box where I have to give my file name. Okay, where I have to give my file name. What I'm giving basic tags as file name, but any file, if we save, it should have extension. Okay, for example, .html. Okay, So after dot, what is coming when you're seeing the file? That says what is the extension of the program and what would be the content of the file. Okay. Whether it is a C content, a C programming content, or C++, or JavaScript, or HTML, whatever it is. Okay. This is called the extension. I did not write any extension. Okay. Here down you see save as type text box. This is not text box, the list box. Okay. So save as type list box is there. I just expand or I just click the save as type list box. Okay. Here you have to select hypertext markup. See here, hypertext markup language file. Okay. Now selecting this will define what is the extension of your file. Okay. You no need to type the extension while you're saving your file. Okay. If you have to select this you have to save as file type, you have to select. Okay, I am selecting here hypertext markup language file. Now look at here. This is the file name which I have typed. Okay, and this is the file type which I have selected. Okay, after confirming this two are appropriate, you will select save. Okay. Okay, it is asking where I have to save. Better you create one folder in any of the drive in your computer. Here, look at here. Inside this PC, I have desktop. This is a default folder. Within the default folder, I have already created a folder, new folder. Okay. So inside this folder, I am saving the program. Okay, where I am saving my basic tags, you have to remember where you are saving. Then only you can retrieve it later. Okay, the location you have to know. Okay, where I am saving within the desktop, I have created a new folder which is called the WP Programs Executor. Now, if I open this folder, the folder is empty because I did not save anything. Any HTML file I did not save. Okay, now I am going to press save. Okay, now look at the program after I saved. Here you will get the basic tags.html and the format of the program also completely changed. Okay, after I saved my program, I will get to see what name I have typed. Okay, so basic tags I have written with the extension .html. Okay, students, 1 second, excuse me. Okay. Now I have saved my file. Okay. You know where I have saved. Okay. Students, I have created a folder. Okay. But I did not show. Already I have created. Which folder I have created? I have created W Programs Executor. Okay. Here, students, should I show how to create the folder? Students,
No,
or you
ma'am.
know?
Not
Okay.
necessarily.
Okay. Because I assumed you know. Okay. Okay. You have created the folder. Now you saved the program in the folder. Okay. I saved the program in the folder. Now what I have to do? I have to see the output of this program. Okay. I have to see the output of this program. Okay. Where I save, to see the output, there are many ways. Okay. Where I saved my program, I saved on the desktop. Within the desktop, I have created a folder. Okay. I'm opening the folder. Now I will see the file which I have saved, basic tags. Okay. I just right click on this and then I have to select this and then right click. Now you will get to see the sub menu like this. Okay. In this, to see the output, I am going to open with here whatever web browser I have or visible. I am going to Google Chrome. Students, listen, this I am doing because I want to execute my program in the browser. Okay. How I went? First I saved my program. You should have the program before executing. Okay, that's general. Now you have the program. What is the name of the program? What is the name of the program?
Basic tax.
Basic.
Basic tax.
Basic tax.
Okay, good. What is the extension of that program? Extension.
HTML.
Yes, HTML. .html is extension. Okay. Now I have the file. I should be able to locate the file where it is. Where is my file? I remember I saved within the WP programs executed folder. Within the folder, I saved my file. Okay. Now I found this is my file. Okay. Students, in your system, it might be saved by taking some other icon here. Okay. Just ignore that. Don't bother about that. Don't think that ma'am, when ma'am after saved, the icon is different. For me, it is different. Whatever it is, this would be the browser icon. Okay. So now this will come whatever browser you have set as a default browser. Okay. You may have 3-4 browsers. You might have set some browser. For example, Microsoft Edge is a default browser for me. So whatever your default browser, it will show, it will be saved by taking that icon. So you just ignore that, but the file should be saved as a HTML file. Look at here. Look at here, Microsoft Edge HTML document. Okay. It should be the HTML document. How it came as a HTML document? Because you selected save as file type as hypertext markup language file. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen if you forget to select that drop down list, your file will be, by default, it will be saved as a document file or text file. Okay. So then when you are executing, you will not get any output. You will wonder that what the ma'am is executing. When ma'am was executed, it was working. Now it is not working. Okay. You can confirm initially, you can confirm by seeing this also whether your file has been saved as a HTML file or not. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to the place where I saved my file. I just highlighted I am just clicking my file. Okay. I am going to open with which browser I want to see my output. Okay. So here I am selecting Google Chrome. My Google Chrome window has been opened. One second. Okay, this is my browser. I just position it. Okay. So inside the browser, what I am seeing only hello world. Okay. I'm seeing only hello world. Okay. Where is this? A simple HTML document which I have given. Where it is? That is title.
It's the name.
Students, somebody said something. I could not hear. 1 second. I restart my this Bluetooth. Anybody asked anything? Did you?
Ma'am, can you restart the website once again?
Restart the website means? Students, can you see my window?
Reload, ma'am. Reload, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. I close, listen here, I close my browser window. Okay. I saved this file. Should I show again? How I saved this file? Just by clicking the
No,
save
ma'am.
button. No, not required. Okay. Now I have saved this file. Okay. Where I saved, look at here, within the WP programs executed folder. I can find the HTML file which I saved just now. Okay. In this, just I will click, right click. Look at here, right click. Right click on the file name. Right click on the file name. Here you can see edit with notepad. This also we will use, but not now. Okay. Now why I'm doing this? I want to see the output. Okay. So I have to select the browser, but inside the browser, what should be displayed so that I'm going through my program. Which program should be executed on that program? I am right clicking on it and I'm going to open with. Okay. Open with submenu. Again, I will get another level of menus. In that, all my browser and notepad will be there. Don't click notepad because we are using notepad++. Okay. There are a list of browsers. Okay, whichever is there in the system. So in that, any one of the browser you can select to see your output. Any one of the browser you can select to see your output. Students, again I repeat, I have saved my program in WP programs executed. Okay, I navigated my pointer to the folder where I have saved the HTML file. Okay. Now, when I open the WP programs executed folder, I will see the files. Okay. I have saved only one file, HTML file. This is another one. This is a JPG file, image file. Okay. Now, this is what I saved just now in front of you. Okay. What name I have given? Basic tags. Okay. Now, after I find this file, I just right click. I select and then right click. Okay. In this, I am going to open with. Okay. And within the open with, I am selecting a browser in which I want to see my output. Okay. I just click, I'm going to click. Students, I'm going to click. Yes, I clicked. Which is opened? The browser is open. Okay. With the output. The browser is opened with the output. Okay. The browser is opened with the output. This is the output. This is my web page. This is my web page. How I am saying this is web page? Of course, this is displayed in the browser. And this one HTML program, look at the notepad. Look at the notepad file. In this one HTML program, will create one web page, not website, not website. Web page it will create. Like this, by writing many number of HTML pages, you can create by clicking a link to link in the page to each other. You can create a website. Okay, don't confuse about that. Now you just see the output. Okay, hello world we got as a output. Okay, where the hello world is displayed, this is a web page. This is a web page area. Okay, here within the web page I will see hello world. Okay, where I can see this should also be displayed somewhere, no title. Look at here, look at the notepad file. Students, can you see my browser and also notepad file both together?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine, students, fine. So, where this will be displayed, a simple HTML document, I said you, Within the opening and closing tag, of course, you will write the title. But within the head tag, whatever you are writing, no, that will not be displayed. That will not be displayed here in the web page. But where it will be displayed? Look at here. A simple HTML document. Okay. So in which tab I have opened this? On the tab you will see here a simple HTML document. This is the title which I have given here. That you will get to see here, not inside the web page. Is this clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then something else also I said that some of the block level tags will have its own predefined format. Okay. So to explain that, now what I am doing, look at my notepad, I am deleting the P tag. I deleted the P tag. Okay. Now without the P tag, I have displayed hello world. I made some change in the notepad, that means in my file. I made some change, right? What I did, I deleted the P tag, opening and closing P tag. So if I make any change in this file, immediately I have to save it. Look at here. Okay. You can save by pressing the Control S also. Okay. I am doing here by clicking the icon because that only visible. If I click the shortcut key, it will not be visible to you. This is a save button. Okay. By clicking this, immediately you can save if any change if you make in your program. It should be changed, then only it will be reflected in your output. Okay. Otherwise, you will make change. Initially, you may forget. Okay. You will make change, you will not save, but you will expect some difference should be there in the output. That will not. Okay. You have to save. Okay. So I deleted the P tag. I saved that change in my program, and then now immediately after I saved, nothing will happen here. Again, I have to execute this file. Okay. But in existing file, as I made some changes, just by pressing the refresh button, I can get the change output. What will be the change? What change I'm expecting in my output? What I can do, I can just refresh the page. Okay. Okay. Which will reload it. Okay. I did not press. I'm going to press. Look at the output here. Hello world. What will happen? No. In the paragraph tag, as you have given paragraph tag, here there is a line break. There is a line space, empty line space. I removed the P tag. Now this content should go little above. Okay. I am going to refresh. I'm going to refresh. Yes, I refreshed. Now you see the change. There is no line space here. Okay. So that is the update what I did. Actually, in the closing P tag here, what should come? Slash should come. Okay. Now I made some change. I'm saving it. I save the file. Okay. Now again you refresh. Now it took what? One line space because I have written the hello world within the P tag. Okay. Now look at the notes which we saw already. Now here, this is another example. This we saw just to see the opening and closing tag, and we will understand how the B tag will work also. Okay. I just copy this and I'm pasting the content in just below the hello world content in the program. Okay. Students, no confusion. This was there already. Now this is one paragraph content, and this is the second paragraph, and this is the third paragraph. You may ask, ma'am, why here P tag and closing P tag and start P tag you have written in the same line of the paragraph content. Here, why it is in a different line? however you want, you can write. Okay. Here I will write only, I wrote only p tag, and then the content what I want to display, and then again p tag, closing p tag. Okay. Did I save this program because I made some change? No, I have to save it. I saved. Okay. After I saved, here I am coming to my output page. I refresh to see the changes. Now see here. This is the paragraph. That is because of this. Okay. This is another paragraph. That is because of this line. Now look at here. Another is highlighted, bolded, not highlighted, it's bolded. Okay. Why only this content is bolded? Because this content is in bold. Why? Because you used B tag here. The another content is surrounded by opening and closing B tag. Look at here. B means what? Bold. Okay. That's why only this content is what? Displayed in bold.
Bolded.
Okay. Now, another point I said, you remember, not, I don't know. See here. Paragraph tag, it's not a case sensitive. Tag keyword is not case sensitive. Now, what I did, I changed the small case to uppercase, lowercase to uppercase. P now I have written in a capital letter. Okay. Will this give any change in the output? To see that, I have to save. Remember, I saved, I refreshed. There is no difference. Okay. So this says that the tag name can be in uppercase or lowercase. Okay, it's not case sensitive. It's not sensitive to case. Tags are HTML tags are not sensitive in case. Okay. Even here also, see, you can write B in capital. Okay. You can save. You can refresh. No change. Okay. Okay. Next, what we saw, I just scroll down. This is the Word file, notes. Okay. Now here what I said, case sensitivity, about the case sensitivity I said. And then about the empty elements we saw. You remember? About the empty elements. Okay. Now let me copy this one by one. Then you will get confusion. 1 second. Okay, I copied only this. Where I am going to paste in a notepad. Students, I am not creating any meaningful web page. Okay, so you don't bother about that, the content of the web page. Just here we have to understand the working of the different tags. Okay. So actually web page will not be like this. It should be properly aligned, background image or background color and proper alignment. Okay, line spacing, everything we should consider. But just roughly I am explaining to understand the tags and properties. Okay. Now, which I added at last, which we did not execute, this line. Okay. What is this line? This line is also again paragraph tag, but why I included this, you have to know what is the use of B or tag, break.
First
Okay.
space breaking.
First, sorry.
It will come on the other line. It will come on the other line.
Very good, very good. Okay. Now, what I'm expecting, this paragraph contains, okay, let me first, without the break, we will display. Okay, now in the output, you should see only this. This paragraph contains a line break. Okay. I just save this and refresh. We get one more line. This paragraph contains a line. Okay. But if I put a break tag here, okay, Break tag is which tag it is? Which category? Empty tag or container tag?
Empty tag.
Empty tag.
Empty tag.
Yes, yes, fine.
P
We
tag.
did not, yes. We did not close the B tag. See here, P tag we started, we closed. Okay. Head tag we started, we closed here. Title tag we started, we closed here. Okay. Body tag we started here, we end here. HTML we started here, we closed here. But BR only open tag I have written. Okay, so it's an empty tag. I no need to close it. Okay. This is not going to be the container tag. So I no need to close it. I did not close. Okay. So BR tag. Now only BR, this tag I have added in between the content. Where I added, please observe this paragraph contains break BR. And then in the next line, I expect that a line break should come. Okay. Here how it was, in a single line, this paragraph contains a line break came. Okay. Now you will see there is a change in this line. Okay. I saved, I refresh. Now see here, this paragraph contains, though here there is a space in a browser, it came in the next line. There is a line break here. So BR tag had given line break. Okay. Okay. Next, let me add the second one. I want to display one image. Okay. I want to display image in my browser, a picture in my browser. Let me add here. Okay. I should save. I saved. Okay. If I execute, will this, I can see any image here, students? That is depending on what? Can I surely say the image will be displayed here?
No, ma'am. It should be on the 5. The image should be on the 5.
Fine.
Then it
I
can
have
display
to have,
or
yes, correct.
yes.
I have to have this file. Okay, this image, no, I should have in my system. Then only, I can't give any image file name like this. Okay, I have to have this image, some image in this name, exactly this name. Okay. So what you can do, you can search and find out any JPG images there in your system, or you can take this JPG image from the website. How can you search and find out any JPG images there in your system? Go to Windows Explorer. I assume you all are using Windows operating system. Okay, here. So go to Windows Explorer. In Windows Explorer, you want to generally check if in the complete PC, this PC, the JPG file is there or not, or any respective folder data. For example, I'm expecting D folder, may some JPG file would be there. So I can select D. So the search will happen within the D folder only, D drive only, D not folder, D drive only. Okay. But I am not clear. I'm not sure that I am having any JPG file in D drive. So I'm selecting this PC. So if I select this PC, in my entire PC, if any JPG file is there, it will be found. So what I write here in the search this PC, I write asterisk.jpg. Any file name .jpg. Asterisk means what? It's a wild card character. You will study in C, imperative programming, or you might have studied, I don't know. Okay, asterisk.jpg. This asterisk is any text. Okay, so any file name .jpg. File name I will not know. I don't know. It would be any file name. The JPG image will be stored in any file. I just stop the searching because it found already many JPG files. Okay. So asterisk.jpg if you have given, and if you press this, you will get to see all the JPG file which is there in your system. In that, any one of the file you can pick up, you can cut, and you can paste it in where you saved your HTML file. This is a good practice, I'm saying. This is not the only way, but this is a good practice. Okay, so I copied or I cut the image from some other location in my system, and I'm bringing that to the folder where I saved my HTML program. Okay, already I brought it. Okay, this is my JPG file. Okay, students understood? Can you follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine, fine. So now this is not required. I just minimize. Okay. Now in this, after I pasted, one second. After I pasted the image, what I want to display in my browser, I have to know what is the complete path of this. Here it is showing some IoT2 is a file name of the JPG file. But when you give here, the better practice is giving the complete path of the image file instead of giving only the file name. See here, if I have given like this, no, look at here, what is the value of the SRC? This is only a file name. This is only file name. Okay. I can say this is address of the image file also. I can say this is address. Okay. I can say this is address of the file. Okay. Now in the complete, even in a entire computer science, when you are giving the path, URL or address, path, URL or address, you can write either absolute path or relative path. Absolute path of the file, relative path of the file. Okay. Now in this program, now this this you are seeing, no, this is the relative path of the file, because this does not have the entire path of the file. Just by seeing this, can you say where exactly the sky.jpg is stored? No. It could be stored in D drive, it could be stored in desktop or within any other folder. I don't have any clue where I have saved exactly, but I know only the file name sky.jpg. Okay, this is called giving relative path of the file. Okay, best practices always give the absolute path of the file. This is relative path of the file. Okay, better give the absolute path of the file. Okay, students, we exceeded the time. Okay, so just I will finish here. What is the absolute path of the file? I always give the absolute path of the file. So I don't want to give the file name like this. Okay, so what I'm doing to find out the complete path of the file, which is my image in this is the image which I want to display. Okay, again I right click on it. I will go to properties. Here I can find the complete path of the file. Okay, C, users, HP desktop, HP, desktop, WP programs executor. Within this, I have what? IoT2.jpg. Everything I can find here in the properties. Okay, this is the path of the file. This is the location of the file. But only if you write this, your program will not execute, because this location does not have the file name. Observe. What is our file name? IoT2.jpg is a file name. Okay. What I'm doing, I just copy, because if I did not copy paste, I may make some mistake. Okay. If I type, so I just copy and I paste the path in my program. Okay, I copy pasted, but this is not enough. Slash IoT2 all IoT2 dot JPG. Okay. So observe here, this should come in within double quotes. Okay. Now look at, this is the SRC image, SRC will hold the path of the file. Okay. And then here some alternative tooltip I want to display, but this image is not about the cloudy sky, it is about the Internet of Things. Okay. Okay. What I have to do, I should not forget to save. Okay. I just minimize this. I will close this. I closed the browser, I suppose. Now I have to see the output. For that, I will go and open with, I will go to right click on the file name, open with. Now you see, you are seeing the image here. Okay, this is your web page. Here you are seeing the image. Okay, what about the alternative tooltip? You did not see any tooltip here. This is the image, no tooltip here. To see the tooltip intentionally, what you have to do, now your file name is IoT2.jpg. No, you intentionally make invalid file name here. Minus IoT2.jpg image name, but I made a mistake here. I deleted the 2. Okay, now here my file name is wrong. I save. Okay, now if I refresh, I will not see the image because image could not render. I did not give the proper image file name. Okay, so you will get to see like this. Now, if the image could not render, then I will see the alternative tooltip. Alternate to image. That's why it's called alternative tooltip. So, Internet of Things only I have given. No, you remember in the ALT may I have given Internet of Things. So that you will get to see if the image could not render, if the image could not be displayed. Okay. So here we end today's lecture. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
which reference book are you using for this particular topic among the list given in the syllabus?
Only 2 big books I have uploaded. In both you can refer, the same content will be there.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. One more thing, students, to study the HTML and CSS and all, no, we have prescribed the book HTML Complete Reference, but that HTML Complete Reference is for those who are into web development for so many years. Okay, the content will be like that. It will be so vast. Okay, the content in this book is very vast. Only HTML, if you see, okay, that will have more than 1000 pages. Okay. So now we have kept any of the HTML proper book, standard book, if you choose, no, that will have these many number of pages. All detail will be there, because anything if the developer want to refer in HTML, that should be there in the book. Such a way the book is. Okay. So, but for you, it is not required. Okay, everything. If you go through the book, no, the first time, you will think, "Ayyo, how I am going to study this?" Okay, that feeling will come. Okay, because it is too vast. That is for a developer. Okay, of course, you are also going to be a developer, but later, not now. Okay, studying now. So gradually we will go. So now you can refer only the notes, and keenly you have to observe whatever I'm saying in the lecture. Okay, whatever, each and everything, whatever I'm explaining in the lecture is not there in the notes. Remember, okay. But for the semester examination point of view or your project, you have to create no internal project. For that you have to refer only what I taught and what is there in the notes. That's enough. Okay, you can refer the book after you able to create a simple project, simple website, and then later further to enhance your website you can refer the HTML textbook. Okay, but now you just go through the textbook, you will get idea. Okay, the content is very vast. That is what I came to. Okay, because that is for the complete developer. Okay, who are now into corporate website development and hosting. Okay, so that is vast. But the reference book should not be very simple also, because later any doubt in everything about the HTML and CSS you can refer later also. After you became a very good website developer also, if you have any doubt, you can refer in that book. The book is such. The content of the book is like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, students, we will end here. You go have your lunch, and then after that you have anything, any lecture?
We are having a practical lecture at 5 p.m.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. But students, now each and everything what I am putting in notes, no, like this, I can't keep on add. Now I gave the idea how you have to see the output and where you have to write the program. Okay, I will explain, and then simultaneously you can add in the same file and you can see the output. Okay. Okay, thank you, students. You all can.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.